Everybody, welcome to Breakfast All Day. I'm Matt here with Christy and Alonso. The Broken Hearts Gallery is the big rom-com in, well, not really at theaters.
It
Streaming?
is. No,
In
it
theaters?
actually is not streaming, and
Oh,
it
no?
is in theaters and drive-ins.
Okay.
So you got to leave your house to see this. But it's worth it. It's really charming. So Geraldine Viswanathan, who was so great in Blockers and in Bad Education. She was the teenage journalist who broke the fraud embezzlement scandal. She plays a young woman named Lucy who's living in New York City. She's in her early 20s, and she has this quirky habit of collecting little tchotchkes and little souvenirs from every single boyfriend she's ever had. And she holds on to all these items, these little totems from her youth and her past. And one day has a really horrible breakup, a horrible day in general, and gets drunk and gets into what she thinks is a Lyft car. And the person driving the car is not really a Lyft driver, but this is a romantic comedy world. And so they meet cute. He's played by Dacre Montgomery, who is hot mulleted Billy on Stranger Things. And he is adorable, and he's amused by her, and he actually drives her home. And then they keep running into each other and becoming part of one another's lives. She needs a place to put all these things. He has this boutique hotel he's been trying to get off the ground for the past 5 years. They decide to team up, and she can display her stuff at his gallery, and then she will help him, having him this art background, she will help him design his hotel, and it's called the Broken Heart Gallery. And it's very predictable, as a lot of romantic comedies tend to be. But this is one of those films where truly the journey is the destination, because they are so completely charming together. They have lovely chemistry. This is a very old school kind of throwback romantic comedy, although it takes place in modern day New York. I mean, in that they are very different types, but they've got this lovely snappy banter with each other. She's got like a sweetness and a vulnerability, but also an intelligence and a warmth about her. He is a very old-fashioned romantic lead, I think, just so handsome, and he's got like a low-key kind of deadpan charm about him. And they have a great, lovely way with each other. I like the diversity of the casting. And so you have people like Philippa Sue from Hamilton playing one of her best friends who is a lesbian model. You have Bernadette Peters as her boss. It's a really interesting cast. And I was charmed the whole way through.
I wish the writing were as good as the cast, because I agree with you. The two leads are super charming. I love the sort of wacky B characters that you get in a movie like this. Derry from Letterkenny is in this movie, and barely gets to
so it's
talk,
like, oh my god,
a crazy choice. But when I saw him, I was going, what?
For those Letterkenny fans out there, yes.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And if you're a Degrassi The Next Generation fan, because any movie shot in Canada will eventually have at least one Degrassi alum in it. Raymond Ablock is in this, and he's looking good.
Who was that? But which guy was that?
He's the ex that she has, the mag. No, not that ex.
Right.
With the really bushy, with the thick beard.
Right.
Anyway. South Asian guy. But no, this movie does, I think, because the two leads are so charming, I forgave a lot of the sort of things that were sort of like a little on the eye-rolly side. One thing I will definitely give this movie credit for, especially after having watched a lot of Hallmark movies. So often these films are about people who are painters or photographers or some kind of art where eventually they're going to have to show us what it looks like. And usually when they do, it's terrible, and everybody in the movie tells them how brilliant they are. So the fact that her art thing in this movie is that she wants to be a gallerist, and that she is curating this collection of weird tchotchkes and gewgaws and souvenirs of failed relationships, is a smart way to avoid her having to show us art that we're supposed to be impressed by when it's going to be terrible. So points for that for sure. But yeah, it is very breezy. It's very old school. It is a very kind of like happy, shiny New York as played by, Vancouver or Toronto or whatever. So yeah, I mean, it for the most part won me over, but I just, so much of it is so good in so many ways. I wanted all of it to be good in all the ways.
Oh, also Utkarsh Ambudkar is in it, who was the asshole roommate in Brittany Runs a Marathon.
Right.
The guy that she has house sitting with is
I didn't see it, but yes.
Lucy's ex-boyfriend, and he's got kind of like a charming asshole-ish way about him too. Matt, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I like this a lot. The rhythm of it runs a little long. Like it feels like it flirts with almost having like a fourth act. And it just, but aside from that, like I love the way Viswanathan, like she can sell like her little side comments the way that, you know, her fellow Canadian
No, she's
Ryan
Australian.
Reynolds does.
No,
Is she Australian?
Both she and Dacre Montgomery are both Australian.
Oh, got it. Okay. But like the way Reynolds does, where it's just like these side little comments, and the chemistry between them is terrific. And so I think that helps a lot of it go on. But everybody else is great in this too. Like the relationship between her and her roommates, played by Philippa Sue and Molly Gordon, they're very fun. You know, we only get a few minutes with Bernadette Peters, but she's pretty good in this. Yeah, I like this a lot. It is very charming. It's very sweet. You know, yeah, I like this. This was better than I thought it was going to be, and I'm not sure why I came into it with low expectations. I think this is potentially a star turn for Viswanathan.
She's been great for a while,
no
but yeah,
no, but I mean,
this is a lead for her.
This is a lead role for her, and I think that, you know, I hope that we see a lot more, because especially between her and Billy, like their dialogue is snappy and goes so quick. That's kind of a nice throwback, and I would totally watch more of them together.
I want to mention Arturo Castro real quick, who plays his friend who she befriends. He's very funny.
Oh yeah, again, yeah. So I was gonna say that Natalie Krinsky is the writer and director here. This is her feature filmmaking debut, and she seems to have taken great care with, you know, the casting of all those supporting roles, with the development of those players, so they don't just feel like a cardboard cutout type for one or two funny throwaway lines. There's specificity to these friendships and to their conversations that makes them feel more real and more substantial. So I think it's a higher level of romantic comedy for it.
Yeah, no, for sure. I don't want to make it sound like I'm shitting on this. I think it's just that there's again, there are certain aspects of it that are so great that I wanted the whole movie to deliver at that level. But if this is your jam, you'll have a blast. And yeah, like this is totally, I think, for Geraldine Astalon, a moment where it's like, you know, you've loved me as a second banana, now I can actually carry a movie.
Yes. Anyway,
now I'm the banana.
Anyway, my number is 8.2.
I said 7.
Did you? You said 7.1.
No, 7.1. 7.1. Sorry.
Okay.
Matt, it's a big difference. What did I say? 8?
Did 8. So 7.8 is our number. If he had said 7, it would require math, and I'm not ready for that right now. So
indeed. Forgive me. So apparently this is showing not in your home, but in a public venue near you. So plan accordingly if you must. Or wait 4 weeks and it'll be streaming anyway. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on YouTube, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at BeFastAllDay, and check out our Patreon page at patreon.com/BeFastAllDay. Continuing our recaps of HBO's Lovecraft Country and The Vow, and currently taking votes on which of 5 classic Diana Rigg films we'll be reviewing this month. So check that out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.